It is that time of the year again. Over and over, I just want to see how my journey in the world of One Piece would look. So today we're going to do another Tekking Isekai Adventure, and I also just want to see if you guys still enjoy them and if they might become more regular appearances besides maybe once or twice a year. Maybe you can do them once a month, but then they would become boring as well. So tell me how much you want to see the Tekking Isekai Adventures. But first of all, you guys remember how this works. First, we need to do a lot of dice rolls, and then we will see how exactly all of this is going to turn out. We're going to talk about the story and talk about how these things turn out. It's going to be completely uncut, so you might hear me stumble over some words and other things. But the first thing we need to do is do the reference table to see in which part of the world we will start. For that, I already have my dice ready. It's all digital, as you can see. So our first roll, now let me show you the reference table. The first thing is to decide where we are in the world. North Blue, South Blue, East Blue, West Blue, Paradise, and New World. For that we have a 6-sided dice, and we will do just that right now. That's the wrong button. So like this. Now, 1, 2, 3. We will be in the fourth section of the world. We will start our journey in the West Blue. The West Blue is a cool place to start, especially for my channel, because if I can remember correctly, I need to check all these things like in the seconds where I'm live on video, because the West Blue is interesting because that's actually a place where Moria comes from and the Thriller Bark Pirates come from. So that means that we are in a very good position to maybe join Moria and his crew, depending on what our next roles will be. Because our next role is, let's see, first of all we need to open up the West Blue table, so it's here, and because I guess Tekking made this table when the Thriller Bark was not in the West Blue, because this is meant to be at the start of Luffy's journey. So the Thriller Bark should be in Paradise if you look at it. Is there the Thriller Bark on it? Ini's lobby. Yeah, the Thriller Bark is in Paradise, correct. But we're in the West Blue, sadly, so we might have heard of the story of Maria and want to join him or something. So we need to go down that path, and let's see how that turns out. For that, we need the 1d4. It's the 1d4, yeah. The 1d4, and we will go to the island of Las Camp. Las Camp is an island I don't know by heart. I remember that it's very unimportant in the world of One Piece. If you guys can remember all of these islands by name and what they are like doing in the story, you are already more into One Piece than I am. Because Las Camp is a completely unimportant island. It's a random island in the West Blue, and all we saw is that some pirates attacked it after Whitebeard's death and Marines were having a trouble with it. So it seems to be a pretty normal island with a marine base. So if we had to compare it to anything, it's similar to Shellstown, or maybe like Loketown. One of those two, it would be the perfect comparison. So now that we are in Last Camp in the West Blue, we first need to decide from the 1d100 list which item are we going to get to see what's going to be. Now, as you can see on all these things, there are many different sorts of items we could get from the 1d100 list, and some are good and some are basically garbage. So let's hope we get something useful and are not going to be stuck on Last Camp to begin with. So our 1d100 item will be 67. So let's open up the thing. 67 should be on this one here. Yep. 67 is an unranked normal cutlass. Well, that thing is at least worth 10,000 belly. We at least have a weapon, right? It's not like the thing earlier with a Wasamono great sword or something more valuable, but we at least have a weapon. I personally, because this is my character, it's me, I don't have any idea how to use a sword. As most of us probably did when we were children, I did swing around sticks and other things to play like they were swords, but I don't have actual experience in using a sword and much less a cutlass. But if anything else, it's just 10,000 more belly, so that's useful in the future. So now, something I didn't have in the last time, I think, is our inventory. We now have a cutlass from the 1d100 dice, but we also have 2 sets of clothings and whatever I'm currently wearing. 2 sets of clothings, I'm just going to do some summer clothes so I can switch between them, and currently I'm actually, as you can see, I'm wearing my standard outfit, so it's pretty warm. If we look further at myself, let me do this. I am, like, I have one sleeve, but one's not sleeveless. I have short shorts, and I have the leggings on, apparently, so that's what's going on. So there's those clothes, and then free unfashionable winter clothing means we don't need to take winter clothing from my wardrobe, so that's fine. A large backpack, I don't know, maybe I will just sell the large backpack. I don't, it depends. There's a lot of things I need to carry around, but if I sell it, I don't have things to carry out my clothing in, unless I somehow get a ship or anything else. So I might need to keep it for now, but later down the line I could sell it for, let's see, if it's about yen, I feel like this backpack could almost be worth 10,000 bellies as well. Maybe even more. One object I own, pets allows. So I have a berry plushie next to me. So could I take the berry plushie, and is the berry plushie powerful to help me in the battle? But if it's about pets, in the back there you can see my little boy Calcifer. He's a little fire spirit I'm taking care of at the moment. So if anything, I would love to take him with me, and he could support me. I mean, he's a fire spirit, so he can absorb fire, and he can also do fire attacks and other things. So he could be a pretty good thing at the start. And the worst case scenario would be that people would be interested in him because he's a rare animal, so I might have a very bad encounter with the Celestial Dragons. But taking Calcifer with me can be a pretty fun adventure as well. I'm in perfect health, so maybe my little sniffle is away. And we also have 1 million bellies, which is around 9,500 US dollars. So it's a good starting money, nothing too special for our journey in One Piece, but we can work with that. So nothing much to say, let's get on to the next board. We have our objective table. First is objective, then is risk. No, first is risk and then objective. Sorry. Now you see how often I need to repeat things even if I'm cutting these things out normally. So risk table, 1d8. So let me open up the 1d8 and see what our risk will be. As you can see, there are 4 good things and 4 bad things. As we currently don't know what our goal is, this risk might change the difficulty of our future goal by a lot. And our risk is going to be 7. A Yonko wants me dead. Chuckles, I am in danger. Holy shit, this is already way harder than my last journey. I think our last journey was that we had a 100 million berry bounty, but we wanted to become a marine captain or something, which was also contradictory, but at least that was possible. A Yonko wants me dead. So with the network system that all of the Yonko have, it won't be taking long for them to learn that I'm in Last Camp. So I will always be on the move. If a Yonko wants me dead, I need to go down this path once again. But first, let's see what our goal is. So our goal for this journey actually is, it's another 1d8, and our goal is number 2. That means our goal is walk on a sky island. So a Yonko wanting me dead and me walking on Sky Island is not necessarily connected. We do know that the Yonkos know about Sky Islands, especially because we saw Kaido standing on a Sky Island basically in his introduction. I very much would be interested in seeing which Yonko wants me dead, so I'm actually going to do that. Let me go on a 1d4. We're going to do that even if that's not a normal roll. As this is the One Piece world at the start of Luffy's journey, the 4 Yonko are number 1 Shanks, number 2 Whitebeard, number 3 Big Mom, number 4 Kaido. So which of these 4 people wants me dead? Shanks! Shanks wants me dead. Why does Shanks want me dead? So maybe I did something. I mean, I just came to the world. Why does Shanks want me dead? maybe he used his observation haki, his incredible future sight, and saw how I will change the future because I'm just there and have the One Piece knowledge in my head as well. So maybe he thinks I'm going to change how Luffy sees the world, and Luffy is important for the plan, or I might change the future of the Paramount War when Shanks see that. So there are a lot of scenarios why Shanks wants me dead, and especially if he's kind of part of the God Knights, the Holy Knights protecting the Celestial Dragons. If that's true, I have no idea. I have not read chapter 1086 yet, so I have no idea how Shanks wants me dead and how I will survive. But my biggest idea is I should probably join the Marines or another Yonko. Now that we know that Shanks wants me dead, I should not join Whitebeard. I should probably join... I would join Kaido. And that might be a controversial thing because Kaido is very horrible to the people of Wano. But in itself, I don't see that the gifters and pleasures are very badly taken care of in Kaido. So I have a lot of knowledge, so I could help Kaido in the knowledge base. While I might not be the strongest person, I could be on his crew and help him in the future, so that he doesn't just give me some weird smile devil fruit and I might be stuck with some stupid animal. I might get an actual ancient Zoan Devil Fruit, and then I get an incredible strength to endure his other power boosts as well. And seeing how I have Calcifer, a fire spirit, maybe Calcifer can get along with King, so that would be interesting. And then there's the problem. If Shanks really wants me dead, that will lead to a war against Kaido. Shanks against Kaido. How is that going to turn out? The Red Hair Pirates and maybe his fleet as well, even though we learned that Shanks' fleet apparently is a joke, against the entirety of the pirate crew, the Beast Pirates from Kaido. I am not sure how this will turn out because we know Kaido is strong, and I would say, even if right now 100% Luffy in like complete health goes against Kaido, I'm still betting on Kaido. In a one-on-one scenario, always bet on Kaido. And if Kaido then later down the line, like 2 years into the future, gets defeated by Luffy, I could technically join Luffy from Kaido. So if I form some sort of friendship together with Yamato, and I'm on the good side of Yamato and Kaido. And then when the war is over, I join Luffy. So even if Shanks still wants me dead, I am on Luffy's ship. So there might be a thing where Shanks is like, yeah, I kind of want to see that guy dead, but he's a member of Luffy's crew, and I just don't want to meet Luffy just yet. I don't want to mess with his crew and everything. So that would be a problem. But in the end, it might also lead to the final encounter where Shanks and Luffy are going to fight. Luffy will protect me, his Nakama then, because instead of Yamato joining, I will be joining. That's my 2-year plan in a One Piece world. And with a cutlass, I could probably learn how to fight, even though I personally prefer hand-to-hand combat. But I guess in One Piece, swords are pretty good, and if I'm in Wano... Okay, first I would need to get to Wano. I need to connect to the Beast Pirates. I am the West Blue, so maybe it would already be hard to even get to Wano before I meet Shanks or anyone. Shanks can get wherever he wants, however he wants, and I would need to get through the entirety of the West Blue, the entirety of Paradise, and through the New World all the way to Wano to join Kaido. Unless I somehow find an island affiliated to him. I mean, I can gather information of the affiliated islands, so that's a good thing. So, to summarize, my plan is get from Last Camp to some affiliate island with Kaido. Tell the people who are working for Kaido that I have valuable information for Kaido, and I want to meet with an officer. I want to meet the manager, and then maybe the manager, when they notice how valuable I am, will bring me to Wano, where I can have a conversation with Kaido. I might get knocked out by his Conqueror's Haki the first time, but I will probably grow stronger the time I spend in Wano. And in Wano, I will then upgrade my sword from a normal cutlass to some sort of incredible weapon produced by some sort of fighter. Maybe I can snatch Enma or Hame no Habakiri. Ame no Habikiri, I think is the name. The sword that Momo has now. I cannot wield Enma. Enma will just kill me. And I don't know how Ame no Habakiri is actually... like in the strength department as well. But that is my story, and I think from going to Kaido to Luffy is the next best step, and we will see how the things with Shanks work out. Do you think, in a battle between the Beast Pirates and the Red Tail Pirates, who is going to win? But I guess that's all from me for today. All that's left to be said is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Pyro, out. Bye!